It's a new virus. It's a new pathogen. We don't even know for sure which virus it is.
March 2003, Toronto is under attack by a mysterious new disease.
It's very hard to stop. It's like a brush fire that's throwing off sparks.
A virus out of control. A city under virtual quarantine. China, 4 months earlier, already in the grip of the terror. Thousands sick, many dead. For 3 months, they hid the sick and dying. Finally, February 2003, China reveals the outbreak.
Doctors in this country and others around the world are rushing to identify a deadly mystery illness.
There's a new outbreak. The control measures don't seem to be working.
There's no vaccine to prevent it, and researchers around the world say no cure is likely anytime soon.
It's too late. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, is already infecting the world. March 2003, it lands in Toronto. Its first Canadian victim, a woman who died within days of returning to Toronto from Hong Kong. The chain of infection had begun.
We don't even know for sure which virus it is. We don't understand what it does to people.
Day by day, the cases mounted.
The Ontario total of deaths for patients from SARS is now 9.
Nurses, doctors, paramedics start gowning and gloving up. It was the spring of fear. For a harrowing 6 weeks, SARS stalked its victims. In Toronto, over 330 people fell ill. 44 died.
My name is Bruce England, and I survived SARS.
My name is Brian Gardner. I'm a SARS survivor.
My name's Lena Stewart. I don't know whether I can actually say I'm a survivor of SARS because I haven't survived it yet.
Bruce England, Brian Gardner, and Lena Stewart are 3 of the lucky ones who battled SARS and escaped with their lives. But 8 years later, they haven't won the war.
I can get 1 or 2 pneumonias a year, constantly tired, have issues with concentration, have to struggle sometimes.
My hands go numb. Cataract in one eye, and had that done in 2006. And now the other eye's going.
I have arthritis and constant pain in all my major joints.
Debilitating and puzzling symptoms. Dr. Paula Gardner is a clinical psychologist at St. John's Rehab Hospital in Toronto.
No one expected this of SARS. It's a severe pneumonia. People anticipated that after a year, people generally get better. This didn't happen with the SARS group. It's turned into a chronic illness.
Chronic illness that Dr. Gardner has studied with a group of SARS survivors for the last 8 years.
You okay?
Yeah, I just get a breath.
They're in agony, physically and psychologically, but doctors cannot figure out why.
We don't know if it was the viral infection causing these lingering symptoms or if it was the high doses of steroids that they were treated with when they were severely ill.
Dr. John Patkai works with the same patients and is just as baffled.
They seem to have been previously relatively normal people who got hit with a giant illness. There were aches and pains. There were cognitive problems.
At this rehab gym, occupational therapist Elaine Chan tries to help SARS survivors get on with their lives. Mostly, she sees pain.
It was very apparent that they would fatigue very quickly, and they would also have shortness of breath with just very light exercises, with light lifting, with light carrying. The clients were not able to concentrate for long durations. They could not concentrate on forming a grocery list.
People see them and they look good or they look normal, they look fine, and yet they're not.